export procedures. So I'll talk to you what export procedures are, how do you export, what stages involved in exports. Then we will talk about various documentations. The documents involved in export processing. That is called pre-shipment. That is one you use document before making actual shipment. And then we have post-shipment documents. Documents we use after the shipment. And as a part of that, we'll also talk about letter of credit and how we negotiate letter of credit, what are the documents required, and the criticality of that. This is what we discussed today. And tomorrow I have another session for you. So there we'll talk about what is HS code, what is harmonized system code, what is ITC, Indian Trade Classification, what are import terms, that is international commercial terms for delivery, and we'll also talk about global supply chain. That will take up tomorrow. Today is what basically about the export procedures and documentation. Now let me tell you, this is a very practical subject. So I can teach you about how documents are, how they are generated, but you will learn and only when you do yourself. This is something which is very practical. We always do like a workshop. So we can do something and you make those documents. So unless you make documents, you are not able to become expert in that. This requires some kind of experience. Nevertheless, you get a very good idea of what documents are involved, how they are critical, and how they are to be made. So what is the importance of each document? So that is very critical to understand. Before I do that, just clear some concepts. Anybody knows what is when we call exports? When we call exports, how do we export as a place? Any idea what is exports? If I send goods from Mumbai to Manipur, is it export? So what is export? Okay. So somebody else? Basically, goods have to cross the border of the country. Export means it has to cross the border. Okay. But that is not one condition alone. There is one more condition attached to that. The goods may cross the border, but we get paid in rupees. This is not the export. So there are two countries India are understanding. One is Nepal, one is Bhutan. Where our trade is in rupees. So that is not to be considered as export because we don't get foreign exchange. So for export to happen, goods have to cross the border and you must get foreign exchange. As per Reserve Bank of India, it's your responsibility to get foreign exchange within 6 months. We'll discuss about that. So that is kind of the export, okay? So unless goods cross the border and get foreign exchange. We also use some terms very liberally. We use the term exporter, importer, buyer, seller, shipper, then consignor, consignee. Let me clarify because we're using those terms very often. All of you know what is buyer, seller? The person who is selling the goods is seller, the buyer is a buyer. Somebody who is exporting is called exporter, importing is called importer. Now, the shipper also is another term we use it. Now, suppose I am a company, I am exporter, but I am not shipping the goods, I am not selling the goods, somebody else is selling. So that person or company becomes a shipper. So that name will appear. Similarly, there is a concept called consignor and a consignee. The person who sells the goods is called, who is consigning the goods is called consignor. So again, I may not be shipping directly, it's my clearing for the agent, he is consigning it. So he may become consignor. And similarly, the importer side, maybe his forwarding agent is getting goods cleared, I mean, shipment in his name, so he become consignee. Are you clear? So the person who consigns the goods is consignor, the person who receives goods, to whom goods are consigned, becomes consignee. Are you clear? Because in the document, these are terms used very interchangeably. So shipper is the one who ships the goods, consignor one who consigns the goods, and consignee who receives it. Okay? Are you clear? Okay. So let's go back to the presentation what we're talking about. So how does export happen? The export is the entire process. It involves several stages, several steps. Okay. So let's go through one by one. The first stage is you have a inquiry. Okay. So suppose you are in the business of say food items. Somebody is selling pineapples or whatever. So you get inquiry from say Dubai or you get inquiry from Thailand. They have want some 10,000 pieces of pineapple of a particular size, of a particular character. They want in the month of October, right? All this kind of thing is the export inquiry. Okay, so usually when you start exporting, you look for inquiries. There are different sources of getting inquiries. So you get inquiry. If somebody in Dubai or Thailand wants pineapples in a particular month. Okay, that is the first stage of export processing. Second, so once you get inquiry, what do? You send quotation. You will give an offer. So you say, okay, I will supply these pineapple, this is the size, this is the characteristics, these are the features, and then you say my price is say, you know, of course the price in dollars or the hard currency. So you say my price is say $1 per piece. Then you might say, how do you want payment terms? You want payment within 30 days. Then you say, how you deliver? Maybe I deliver via Kolkata by sea, you go to Bangkok or go to Dubai. So you have to give your quotation. Okay? So that you put all your conditions. When you want payments, what's your price? Whether you send by sea, or send it by air, or however you send it, what's your packing size? So all those details will come in the your quotation. So depending upon your product, how you doing, you give a quotation. So that is called as a pro forma generation. It's called a pro forma invoice. Pro forma invoice or a quotation. Are you getting it? Please stop me if you cannot understand. Repeat again. Are you clear? So you give a quotation. So that is called pro forma invoice. With all your conditions. Now the person is agreeable. Mostly he may not. He will negotiate with you. Okay, it's not $1. I want $0.75 or 75 cents I want. Then you do the negotiation. He says, I want delivery not in the end of November, I want the first week of October, whatever. So then the negotiation between you and then finally, what will happen? He will confirm the order. Both of you agree with the terms, you are given your quotation, this gives us counter offer, and then you finalize. Okay? And then we have a final order. Are you clear? So the order, he will place order on you. So, sorry. Any question? Okay. Then what happens? Then you accept the order, you confirm, yes, I received your order, so and I accept your order. Okay? So that is how you close the order. Then what happens? Then you start preparing goods. You are manufacturing goods or you are trying to pack the goods. So the process of manufacturing starts. And for that, whatever documents are required, you want to raise invoice, you want to raise packing list, all the documentation process will start. So that is your next stage. And then if you have a factory, then you remove the goods from the factory. And for that, you have to do some procedures. In case of, say, manufactured goods, you have to follow GST, the tax implication. You have to clear through GST procedure. And the goods are clear of that. In case for export, normally, there is no GST applicable. Earlier we call excise duty. It's not applicable on export goods. They are exempted. There are two options which are available. Either you pay GST now and ask for refund after exports, or there is a provision without payment of duty, you can clear the goods also. There is a procedure for that. So you follow the procedure and the goods are then coming out of your factory. Then where do they go? Normally the shipment transactions cannot be done by you and me as a company. There are specialized people who do these transactions. They are called clearing and forwarding agents. Because they are licensed people. In the docks or in the airport, the customs only allow authorized people to do this processing of documents. So they are called clearing and forwarding agents. They all have to pass exam and then they are given license. So they are the knowledge people, authorized people, they know how to, what documents are required, what is the procedure, and they follow the procedure. So you invariably will hand over your documents to this clearing forwarding agent, and he will then process the document through customs and follow the procedure. And then we have once the documents are passed, then you bring your goods. Goods also examined by the customs. They're okay as per the documents, and they will allow the goods to be shipped. Then whether it is going by sea or it is going by air from the airport, depending upon the port of shipment, or you sending it to say Myanmar via Mumbai border by land, it's all possible. So depending upon the port, you will clear the goods, and they will be. Once the goods are dispatched, then you get another set of documents, which you call post-shipment documents. You get airway bill. If you send it by air, you get airway bill, transport document we call it. Or you will get bill of lading. If you are sending it by sea, the document of transport is called bill of lading. Or if you are sending it by land, you may have a truck receipt which will be there. So with those documents, there are many other documents which you talk about. With those documents then come to you. And what do you do with the documents now? Goods have been dispatched. You have all the documents back to you. Now you have to send it to the importer, because he will need those documents for clearing the goods through customs at his country. So you have to say how to send documents. Again, you send documents normally through bankers. Okay, that's called a bill negotiation. If it is LC, you negotiate LC to the bank. If it is not LC, any other type of payment, then again you forward documents to the bank. So all documents has to forward through the bank. Also, as per the condition of RBI, all payments has to come through banking channels. You cannot get payment without banking channels. Somebody gives you money cash, comes here, give you cash. Not acceptable. Or you can't bring in cash from outside. That is called a term called hawala deed, which is not acceptable. So the payment has to come from banking channel. So documents has to go from banking channel. So you will submit documents to your bankers. Your bank will forward documents to his bank, and then the procedure payment will come. And once the payment comes, if you have taken any obligation from customs, say for example, you have got some license, we call duty-free license. Maybe you have got some raw material duty-free for export purpose, or any such facility from government, then you have to follow the procedure of customs bond and the formalities, which are not done, then this is not applicable. But if you have taken the advance license against which the export is supposed to be adjusted, then the formality has to be done. And then of course, if you receive a payment, then bank will give you certificate or bank certificate, proof that we have realized all the exchange. Mind you, if you don't receive payment in 6 months, then your bank will inform the RBI, this party has not received payment. Then RBI will be applicable. And they have a enforcement, the department called enforcement related, ED. You heard about ED? Nowadays everybody knows about ED. So they are the one being who are what we call administrative wing of RBI. So they will be after you. So 6 months is the time. Sometimes they may extend 2 to 70 days also, depending upon the situation. But you have to recover payment within that period. So this is how the whole entire process works out. Right from the time you receive inquiry, and as you go along, and then ultimately you receive your payment. So these are the steps. So this is where we say the export is completed. Export is only completed when you receive payment. Even local sales, you can't say local sales unless you get a payment. So until you receive the local payment from the banks, you cannot say that the export is completed. So this is the brief, step by step, the process of export execution. To get an export order inquiry, how do you execute it, what is the end of it? Any question? Are you clear? Are you sure? Please. Yeah. See, for example, if you are manufacturing some item which I am exporting, and I am importing the raw material for that, it's not available in India. Or suppose the raw material is available in China at low price, so I try to buy from China. If I buy from China, I have to pay custom duty. When I import in India, now as I said, for export item, custom duty is not applicable. So what do? Instead of bringing goods inside and pay duty, and then later on when I export, try to apply for refund. There is a procedure whereby I import raw material without paying duty, but give an undertaking to the government that I brought this raw material, I convert to finished goods, and I export this back. So this undertaking. So when you export, I have to tell the government, I imported raw material, now I am exporting this goods against that. So that's the obligation to the government for exporting goods. They 2 times valuation norms are there. So whenever you have taken such duty-free license, they call DEC, duty exemption entitlement certificate. So any duty exemption you have taken or raw material imports, then you have, when you export that, you go tell the government that this is what I imported, against this I am exporting. That is called setting up your obligation against the import. Good question. Anybody else? Please feel free to ask any question because there are doubts.
Yeah. You are telling us that once the payment is over, then what about the delivery of goods?
No. See, once you ship the goods, now the goods will go there, land at the airport. Now it's the importer's duty to take the goods from the airport, do clearance. So his state agent will start working on it. So you can't go deliver in his country. Once you ship the goods from your port, of course we'll come to that import terms, which talks about the responsibility. The fact is, once you ship the goods, your responsibility is over. Only you have to give documents to him for him to clear the website. For getting payments. See, sometimes you give 1 month credit, you give 2 months credit, or banking process takes time. So around 6 months is given for general utilization payment. You try to use, yes, sir. 270 days, yeah. So that is exceptional cases. It can be exceeded to 70 days or 9 months also now. And depending on the hardship, suppose you are exporting to some country which is like for Sri Lanka, then you trouble. So they may extend in some cases because they are beyond your control. Any situation beyond your control, the government also understands. So they also try to help you out. But then you have to go case by case. That is, rule is 270 days, friends. Beyond that, you go case by case. Any other question? See, there's something called FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Law is there. You are violating the law. So they will, of course, they are not so inhuman to put you in jail next day. Because FEMA is very diluted form. Earlier day we had FERA, if you remember. Polish Regulatory Act, which was very draconian. If you violate everything, you are straight to jail. It was very draconian. Today it's diluted because you got a lot of foreign exchange, you are not so much worried about that. But FEMA says if you violate, then they'll ask you, so they'll ask you to come to the office, give explanation, justification, all these are there. This is as per the law. What things available as per law will happen. So I think you want to add to that?
Yeah. See, generally what happens is, suppose when you export goods, when you export goods, RBI gives you time up to 9 months to realize the payments. 6 to 9 months. You need to realize the payment. Now what happens if that particular importer is totally broke? He cannot pay you the money now. There can be a possibility, right? You have shipped the goods and the particular person is not contactable, he is not paying you the money. Now what happens is, now what in that particular case, what you need to do is, you need to, take an effort to bring the money, to bring your money back. You need to show an effort. I mean, you have put up a complaint in the police station. Put up a complaint in the police station against the importer, right? After that, what you do is, you go to, not complain about RBI. What you do is, you go to a police station, you put up a FIR. After that, you come back to the bank. You tell them, I want to send 2 SWIFT. I spoke about SWIFT, right? You send 2 SWIFT messages, 3 SWIFT messages to his bank, right? Demanding for the money. Now this shows that you have taken an effort to bring the money. You have lodged the police complaint. Plus, you are approaching your bank and send 3 SWIFT messages to that particular overseas bank to bring the funds, right? Now what? Then also the funds have not come. Then, based on this particular evidence, you can put up a case to RBI through your banker to write off that particular case. That we are not going to receive this particular money. So what they will do is, the shipping bill, when you export the goods, right, customs will give you a shipping bill. That particular shipping bill will be a write-off from RBI books.
So write-off, this will write-off.
There would be no blacklisting.
I mean, this is, you have taken all genuine efforts to bring the money. You lodged a police complaint, you have approached your bankers have sent SWIFT messages to the overseas parties claiming for the money. Right? And then your money did not come. Then based on that particular, there is a procedure, you need to speak to your bankers and you need to tell them that I want to, write off this particular case. Your bankers will take it up with RBI with the effort which you have taken to bring the money, and then the case can be write off.
Yeah, I think we have RBI allowed 10% write-off is allowed.
10% write-off is allowed, but overall write-off can be also allowed if the full funds are not coming. There is no problem.
See, first thing I said is there was voting and protesting would have been. Default is occurred, everybody is due today. It is not paid, you must do what is called voting and protesting. The bank, you are supposed to pay us first, it's not happened. It's like a fire. And then after that, he said, see, you must show a genuine effort. It should look like you are in league with that person.
It should not be a scam.
Exactly. But another thing I'll tell you that if you want to avoid such defaults, this is not part of this program, but I can tell you that there's something called ECGC, Export Credit and Guarantee Corporation of India. It's like insurance. So you take insurance about this party. If this party defaults, then they will pay you. ECGC will take care of it. If you supply Sri Lanka, political risk, country has no foreign exchange, what can you do? The parties will be paying Sri Lankan rupees, but they can't pay dollars. Then ECGC will pay you and they'll take care. And they'll ECGC will coordinate with them. So the organization for ECGC, you need to take what you call cover, political cover, or this commercial cover on the party. So there's a process for that. You can look at that. So that code is also available. So yours is like insurance. You are safeguarded on that. You know that?
ECGC will also, before making any shipment of the goods, if you approach ECGC, so they have something called as tracking of ban list. Now suppose, for example, there is a person who is not financially sound, or maybe a political person or any person whom you should not ship the goods. Then how do you come to know? You have got an order from him, you are shipping the goods to him, right? What ECGC, when you go to ECGC for taking a cover, ECGC will run the database and see whether this particular person is banned or not. Like if it is banned, so they will not give you an insurance cover. Simple as that. So you are already, you will be alert, then you should not send the goods to this particular person because the money might not come, right? So, or if you take an ECGC cover, if ECGC gives you a cover and there is a willful defaulter, then ECGC will pay you the money. There is no problem.
We have not discussed ECGC in detail, but so I would like to know, like when we take this cover, will it cover specific country that we are exporting?
No, it will cover.
See, the rule is simple. You have to cover all transactions. It's like insurance. You can't just take selectively.
Correct.
You cover all transactions.
Yes.
Depend on the payment. But each
Depending on the payment.
different type of payment. AC is different cover, DADP different cover. Again, you want $40 cover, it's a different cover. So it's a long thing.
So so what happens is first you register yourself in ECTC, right? And you pay a premium of registration charges or something around 5,470. Right. After that, what happens is this, whenever you're making shipment, you need to inform them. They will deduct a premium from the particular 5,470 rupees which you have initially deposited. Right. When that money will become exhausted, when that money will become, get exhausted, then they'll ask you to pay you more money. Right.
So you give a declaration of the
But
shipment.
as Sir said, it's a fantastic product. I think if you are an exporter, you should go for any series.
Okay. Is okay? Everybody agree with the question? Fine. So let's look at next one. See, there are two types of documents. Documents are similar. You use one before making shipment, and the other one happens after shipment. That's why they call pre-shipment and post-shipment. So which are those? What we call pro forma invoice. Just I mentioned, what is pro forma invoice? Nothing but a quotation, which you yourself raise it, you yourself take it. Okay, you are giving it to the partner. That is the basis of your order, what you will see. So we'll discuss each document one by one, how they look like and what are those. There is something called as a pack list. So this will give details of all the products, box wise, gross weight, net weight, all details will be there, which is essential for shipment. And then we'll discuss this in detail. Then for shipment, is a document called shipping bill, which you will not make it, but your forwarding agent will make it. That is nothing but an application to the customs that you are exporting it, and based on that application, they will clear your consignment, or they examine and process your consignment. That's a document for clearing exports. In case of imports, we have another document called bill of entry. There is a shipping bill while exporting. We come to the import document very later. So this is called shipping bill. So whichever port you are going, so if you are going by by land route, there is a separate shipping bill. There is a bill of export. It's not shipping bill. It's called bill of export. You do by land. While you do by sea or air, it's called shipping bill. Then GR and SG form again discussed. They are a statutory document or regulatory documents. The GR or SJ form ensures that you receive payment within 6 months. How does RBI control on you? Through this document. So while you apply for your shipment clearance, you give declaration. I realize payment within 270 days. It's your declaration and amount. So one copy after shipment goes to RBI. And once the payment comes, then the second copy the bank will send. So both copy matches. So original copy sent, subsequently when the payment comes, another copy goes. So both will match. In case payment doesn't come, RBI has got, our bank has got one copy left, so unmatched. So that's the reporting. So if you don't receive payment, RBI gets reported if this payment has not come. So this is the controlling form which RBI uses for tracking your foreign exchange payments. In case, depending upon the product, you may have to give test report, what quality of product, depending upon the customer need or country need, it will be there. Normally, I'm sure all of you would know about it. Yesterday, we talked about it. There are 25 Export Promotion Council, and you got to be a member of one of them, and they help you in getting inquiries and promotion products. So that document will be required. In case of any declarations, this will be required, this is also required. So these are basically your pre-shipment documents which you will prepare. Okay. Out of these, performance you will make, packing list you will make, shipping will made by the clearing forwarding agent, and GR also made by the clearing forwarding agent. Okay. In case we are having any advanced license or import of raw materials, then those declarations will be required. So these are all pre-shipment documents. We go through one by one. Okay. Now let's look at post-shipment. After shipment is done, then you get back some documents. What are those? Those are again, now the pro forma invoice becomes now commercial invoice. Now it's a final invoice. That's what it's called as a commercial invoice. The invoice which you raise on the party is called commercial invoice. Similarly, the same packing list, don't do anything separate. What you made earlier, same you produce now, except you can enter some details which are available, like available details or bill of payment details. You have to enter. Otherwise, same packing list what you made earlier. Now, once you make shipment, you get a document of title or document of transport. So if you send the goods by road, you get truck receipt. If you send the goods by air, you get railway bill. If you send the goods by sea, you get bill of lading. So there are three documents. Whichever document applicable, this will be part of your post-shipment document. Then another document required is certificate of origin. Now this is issued by Chamber of Commerce. It could be Indian Chamber of Commerce, Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce, so many Chamber of Commerce we have. any of those Chamber of Commerce can issue a certificate saying that the goods you are exporting are of Indian origin. So because the country wants to know from where goods are the Chinese origin, what is the origin of the goods? Because the duty is sometimes very different from the country of origin. So they want to certify the goods are of Indian origin. So you have to simply apply to the Chamber of Commerce and give all the details. They will produce a certificate, I'll show you the copy, and they will issue the certificate. Then inspection certificate. Sometimes the country would ask you to do inspection of goods. They want to check whether the quality is correct or not. They want to check the quantity is correct or not. They want to know the valuation of the things correct or not. Because what happens in many countries, in Africa and those countries, there are bad practices. Because people do under invoicing. So they should value less, or they should be quantity inside quantity less. All that can happen. So to prevent that, so they say before shipping only check everything. So when goods come there, we don't worry about it. So they appoint their respective agency in India, the agencies who are independent agencies. So they appoint them, and these people will come to your factory, do the inspection of your cargo, they check the quantity, they check the quality, test report, everything, and they check the value also. They have details of value, worldwide what is the price of the item. So they know valuation is okay or not, and then they will give certificate. So that also sometimes required is called Shipment inspection certificate from the inspection agencies. There are independent agencies who are operating. Then if the cargo has got insurance, normally when you send goods by any transport, there is a chance of loss. They can be theft, they can be damaged, there can be pilferage, the ship can sink, isn't it? In the port itself, there can be some, because cargo may remain in the port for some time, somebody can steal, those areas also not very safe. So what happens in that case? You must cover your insurance. So that once you cover insurance, any loss, insurance company will pay you. So it makes sense. So who's the contract? Either buyer will cover insurance or a seller will cover insurance. Either party have option to cover. So you need also insurance policy for the document. This becomes part of your post-shipment. Are you clear? Any questions so far? I'll show you what insurance policy is. So each document I'll show you.
Regarding the inspection certification, which agencies are doing?
Yeah, so there is something called SGS. It's a Swedish agency, SGS. And there's Interlab. There are a number of agencies who are Internet, they have offices worldwide. They are global companies. They are trustworthy, reliable companies. So the country gives them contract. A country like Nigeria appoints HDS. So all imports into Nigeria will be done by that party. They do tendering and rigorous process. So all shipment comes into Nigeria, all compulsory examined by them. So that ensure that there is no malpractice happen. Otherwise, custom job is less. Once certificate is there, they simply clear the goods. So then the quality is okay, quantity is okay, valuation is okay, so what is the role for customs now? Just say what is invoice, what is inside is okay or not. So that is many countries are insisting on. Even Indonesia has got same pre-shipment inspection required, compulsory. Are you clear? Okay. So now let's look at there are two types. One is for export, other one is for imports. Okay. So when you export, some documents are required. For imports, some set of documents are required. So which are the documents required for export? Same thing. Program invoice, that is a quotation, what you give to the party, it's like an order. Then your packing list, what you prepare. Then your country of origin, commercial invoice, also required, which you finally prepare. Now shipping bill, I said if you're making export, then shipping bill, that is required. Then if you're shipping by air, everything or bill of lading. Bill of sale, put that little later, so bill of exchange for claiming the payment, talk to that little later. Then if your payment term is debit or credit, you will have LC, okay, depend upon the time. And this is the bill of exchange, through which you claim the payment. I'll talk more about what bill of exchange. And finally, there are some goods which require export license. For some goods, government says unless your license you can't export also. Like for example, government put restrictions. Recently they put some restriction on rice export, wheat exports. They allow something, they stop it. So if you don't export now, I think they put a restriction on export of non-basmati rice because of the shortage they're expecting. So what if you got order in hand now? The government says, okay, then apply for the license for that quantity and we'll give you a license for export. So sometimes for item also for export, you may apply for a license. So in that case, you give your export license. But this is not everywhere. Some item government insists on license, not all. And then custom warehousing. These are the documents typically are involved for export transactions. Are you all okay? I can give you my PPT, no problem. Don't worry about that. That's what my PPT is.
What is the difference between that bill of sale and bill of exchange?
Yeah, I'll explain that later because then I was a problem. Let's come back for the time. Now, similarly, if you are doing your imports, similar document except one change. Now, here again we need, instead of bill of shipping bill, here we need bill of entry. That's the difference. Otherwise, all documents are same. When we say we need commercial invoice, we need factory list, bill of trading. Now, here instead of export license, now you have import license. Because India, there's so many items which are under license. Either they have got duty free license, or you have a open general license or restrictive license. Different types of licenses are there for import items. So you need import license from DGFT. I think yesterday this guy came. So they issue all licenses issued by DGFT. They issue import licenses. Also they issue export licenses also. So they will issue the licenses. Either insurance policy which will be required, labor credit which is there. Because see when you clear the books, how does the customer know that this is the same item? So you give technical details, more and more, so customer knows the same item. So more information about technical, about the goods. Sometimes there will be factory license. If the goods are required for a particular factory, do you have a factory? You show your factory license so that you have more evidence that you are right user, you are actually user. So then we insist on that. And test report of the goods if any. And again RCMC. So these are the documents you need for imports. More or less all are same. The except difference here is instead of shipping bill you have a bill of entry. Otherwise most of the documents are required are similar. Don't worry about this, we'll go through each one by one. Okay, I'm just listing on the items or documents which are required. Any questions so far? Are you okay?
This has to be provided by the exporter.
Which one?
What is
This is for imports.
so supposedly I am exporting goods from.
No. See, only the exporter will only provide you commercial invoice, bill of trading, maybe insurance certificate. Others, import license, importer will have. Then your test report, the part RCMC you will have. Then your technical write-up also that party will provide probably. Then yeah, commercial invoice the party will provide. So import license you will provide here. Otherwise that party will provide. Okay. Any other question? So don't worry, we are not focusing on import right now. We are focusing on exports. Let's not say that knowledge and give you what imports are required. We are focusing on exports. Right? Okay. Now, basically export documents we classify into three categories. First category is called as commercial documents. What comes from commercial documents? Proforma invoice, commercial invoice, and factories. They are used for commercial purposes. So these are commercial documents. And then we have transport documents. What transport documents? Those documents which will give you either title of goods or which will give you evidence contract for transport. So bill of trading, airway bill, truck receipt. These are all transport documents. Okay. So you have transport documents, and finally you have regulatory documents, which is required by the law, like GR form for RBI, the shipping bill for customs. All these are documents which are called. So commercial documents, proforma invoice, commercial invoice, and factories. So the three are called commercial. They are used for commercial purpose. Okay, invoice, factory list, and proforma invoice. So they are commercial documents. Okay, and transport documents are okay. Okay, fine. Let me go through one by one. So which are those? What is proforma invoice? As I said, it is nothing but your quotation to the party. So what it should include? Proforma invoice, since sample are there also. What should it include? Seller's name and address. So if I am giving quotation, my name and address will be there. Then buyer's name and address. Then you will give buyer's reference. If any inquiry reference is there, give buyer's reference. Then what is the item? Give the description of item, whatever is there. Then the price, whether it's apple per kg, per dozen, per piece. So what is the price? Normally, always when you give price, can you simply say $10 per piece? Can you say $10 per piece? Is it okay? If I quote price $10 per piece, will it be alright? Is it correct denomination?
Limit is not given.
Huh?
Per
piece, and say per piece. Is it okay? $10 per piece. Even a dollar. What is there are 70 countries having dollar. Singapore dollar, US dollar, Canadian dollar. So which dollar is it? Then the party will say Singapore dollar only. You will not say US dollar. What is the advantage? They can come. So always say what currency. You dollars say US dollars. Okay, US dollars 5 per piece. That's how it should go. Or simply say dollar. then there can be confusion. Okay, fine. So write whatever is the price and weights and dimensions. Why weights and dimensions are required? You also give this in packing list. So you also give this packing list because normally when you charge a freight rate, the shipping is probably applied to the shipping line to get you the bill of lading or every bill. So how will you charge the freight rates? The freight rate by sea, they always charge on the basis of volume. What is volume? Volume is the consignment. So we all know in school, volume is length into breadth into height, isn't it? So your entire consignment divide, multiply length, breadth, height, total, and that is called as the cubic meters. So freight rates are quoted in cubic meters. So if I say from Mumbai to Colombo, they say $20 per cubic meter. That is the freight rate. So you must have dimensions of the consignment very clear, so that freight rate can be done. If you send the goods by air, it is always by kg, per kilo. So say maybe from Imphal to Mumbai, then we say 45 rupees per kilo. But it is not only the by kg. Air freight is also dependent upon the volume. Suppose tomorrow you try to send cotton bales by air. The weight is hardly anything. Will they charge that? No. They will charge for the volume. So the air freight says volume or weight, whichever is higher. So if there's air shipment, they don't simply go by the volume. They see whichever is higher. So lighter items or voluminous item will go by volume, while the heavier item, if you say iron ingots, will go by weight. So that's why both things are required. You need gross weight, the consignment, and dimensions for calculating your freight charges. This is not in any. Again, we'll discuss later on tomorrow import terms. What is the terms of delivery? Is it FOB? Is it CNN? Is it CRI? The different terms are there. That has to be very clearly written, otherwise they can be disputed. So we'll discuss it tomorrow. Then terms of payment, we'll discuss it from now. Either you want to have letter of credit, or you want to have advance payment, or you want to have consignment basis, or you want to have DA, DP, different types of payment systems are there. We'll discuss a while from now. So all this has to be part of your performance invoice. And also, what is the shipping date? Delivery care. What is the delivery date? You have to mention very clearly on the performance. So this is what typically we do it. This completes. Any information left out here, everything you're covering. No chance of any misunderstanding or any confusion. Everything written down here very clearly. And the import agrees for that, then that is your contract, that is your order. You don't dispute on that. But based on this performance invoice, the party will open letter of credit also. When the LC opened by the bank based on these. So all this will be converted into letter of credit. So this is the basis for all your future. If something is wrong here, then all the mistakes will carry forward and will be trouble. So it's very important to give a proper quotation, no chance of any misunderstanding. Because when you have dealing with foreign country, different language, different communication, so always there are challenges. Because if you make some mistakes here, you can even compound it. So in documentation, always remember, accuracy is most important. We discuss in letter of credit. You can't say, okay, out of 10, only 10 discrepancies. No, not even one or one discrepancy, you won't get payment. Zero error. That is very important in documentation. So documentation is very critical and you should not miss out on that. Okay. Even the quotation has to be valid. I give the quotation today. How long the quotation is valid for 1 year? Can you place order of 1 year? So you say 30 days, 8 days, 10 days. So he has to confirm order within those period. After that, your price will change. Your price can't be there. Dollar value changes up and down. How can you keep the price valid for too long? So you have to mention validity of your offer. How long your offer is valid? 30 days, 50 days. Therefore, if you want additional offer, you can do subsequent offer. But this quotation will have a validity. Are you clear? So these are essential conditions of a performance invoice. This covers all those important aspects. Make sure that you don't make any mistake. If you do this, safe. Any question? Are you clear? Should we go ahead? Yeah. Then we come to commercial invoice. So after the shipment is done, then we enter the commercial invoice. Now this contains the same information. What you saw in that. Who is the exporter? Now I told you the difference between consignee and consignor. So here the consignee comes. Consignee means the party whom you are sending the goods. He is actually importer, but he may have somebody else as a consignee. Country of origin of goods from India. Then country of final destination, where the goods are going. So that is important. Say for example, all of you Nepal is a landlocked country. So can they import the goods by sea? How they import goods? How does Nepal import goods? You don't import oil, petroleum products. How they import? You can't import by air. Too expensive. But how? where? Huh? Yeah, that's right. So what they do is the petroleum products come in Kolkata port, from Kolkata port by road to goods. So all shipments of Nepal, Bhutan, they have understanding. Their goods will allow free transit, no customs, nothing. They will give free transit to the country. So now, when they ship the goods, the port of shipment is Kolkata. What is final destination of the goods? Nepal, Kathmandu. So that's where so country of final destination. The port can be one country in Kolkata, and the final destination is Kathmandu or Bhutan. So that's how sometimes varies. You land in one country, but then it goes to some other country. So we need to have country of final destination. And in terms of delivery, in both terms of tomorrow or terms of payment, both are mentioned. Now it is a document after shipment. So why not you know which is the vessel? It has gone by sea. You know what vessel? Provide the vessel name, details. It has gone by air. You can write the flight number of particular airline, Air India flight or British Airways, whatever. Do the flight details. From which goods are coming. Port of loading. Where is ship? Mumbai, Delhi, Mumbai or Kochi or whichever the port of loading. You can mention that clearly. And port of discharge. Where the cargo is going to be which port? So somebody sending from New York or Nepal, this port of discharge is in Kolkata. So that is what we have to mention and final destination. Since it is going by road, the final destination is Kathmandu. Or same thing happened here. Somebody imports in Mumbai port or Kolkata port, the cargo goes by road to here, to Manipur. It can happen. The final destination can be Manipur, the port of discharge could be either Kolkata or Mumbai. Isn't it? So you are combining land and sea together. Okay. Then every box will have markings. Because in the docs, there are so many boxes. You have box of box, you have a lot of markings which are unique for you. So with your company name, the short form, all the particular things. If you have consignment of 40 boxes, then you say 1 by 40, 2 by 40, 3 by 40. What it shows, total consignment is 40 boxes, out of which this is box number 1, box number 2, box number 3. So that is how you give your packing list also. All the details box wise, details are given packing list. So the marks are very important. Because in the docs, you can identify goods only by looking at the marks. Otherwise, very difficult to identify. There's so many cargo, singular cargo. So marks are very important. The no marks, how do you identify? Very difficult. So marks and numbers are important. What is the kind of package? This is the cardboard box. This is a wooden case. This is a drum. It is a container. It is what is the form of the boxes and how many those are? So that is what is to be mentioned. And write the full details of the goods. Complete description of the item what it is. How you go, what is the name, generic name, brand name, what is the quality specifications, completely going to mention there. So that is no dispute. So that is what is required. Then the quantity, how many? So 10,000, 15,000 tons. So what is the total quantity? I'm going to mention. And the price, again I mentioned, US dollars, so per piece, per drum, per dozen, CI, Colombo, whatever. So if that description has to be done, total. And finally total amount. So all this has to be part of your invoice. So see here, it gives everything. It gives your markings, it gives the consignee, which port is going to go, which port is going to be loaded, what is the final destination, what is the description of goods, what are the boxes, what type of boxes it is, what is the gross weight, net weight, all are provided here. Now, what is the purpose of commercial invoice? This is a legal document. It's a contract. How do you do contract between buyer and seller? So the contract between exporter and importer is commercial invoice. Unless you have separate contract, otherwise this becomes your contract. So in case of a dispute, this is a document. This is a legal document. Commercial invoice legal document. So you have to be very, very careful in getting into this. So it's a contract between exporter and buyer. It clearly says what is the goods and what is the money I am supposed to get. What are the goods and what is the money expected. And this is the main document for the customs. Why for customs? Because if your importer is clearing the goods from customs, he has to charge duty. How will charge duty? Based on the value given in the customs invoice. So what is the value of the invoice? Based on that you charge duty. So this is a document for customers are very important. Then it is a bill of goods for the buyer. It's a proof that I supplied the goods to you. So between buyer and seller, it's a proof of supplied goods. As I said, it's required for export clearance also and for import clearance. So both the documents, document invoice is very important. So that is the basis for custom clearance. For valuation, for a quantity, everything is given in the invoice. They will go as per this. Now, not so much in India, but many countries, the foreign exchange release based on invoice. If the invoice is $50,000, the bank will release $50,000 based on the invoices. Not in India, but many countries. The reserve correction happens based on the commercial invoice. Now many countries insist on the legalized invoice. Now invoice you sign and give it. That is not accepted by many countries. They want it to be attested by a notary public or somebody. You understand notary public legalization documents? Some of your education certificates you get attested by authority, something like that. So by third independent party will attest your document. That is a true document. In other words, it's not a fake, it's true. That is called legalized invoice. When it is attested by some third party. Now, so normally any notary public and those have authority to certify this document, magistrate, all those people, 4 people to certify this document. Government. So government appoints the notary public, or they have special executive magistrates are there, and they notify this is authentic document.
So in Manipur we don't have notary.
Okay. So maybe I don't know how to find out. Then somebody asks, how do you educate certificates are this?
Talking about notary, that can be taken up by this
Or commissioner.
Special executive magistrates you have?
yeah, that's magistrate or
commissioner.
There must be equivalent of that here. I'm sure somebody must be the equivalent of that. But this is again if required, not every time. Some people ask, not every time. But this is one type of a document called legalized document where you need attestation. Last is the consular where you have to get it attested by the embassy or high commission or the consular of that particular country. So for that, sometimes Saudi Arabia, and whole Saudi Arabia consulate, and they will get attested. So that is what sometimes they require. So this is country to country, some countries insist on that. So these are the types of, so basically commercial invoice is very, very important document. This see all document later, or you want to see one by one here now? What is this? Should we see the document one by one here or afterwards everything?
So let's see one by one.
Huh?
One by one, let's see.
Right now, we see everything?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, let me show you specific document.